tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
For you, Flippo.
God, I love it when Flippo dances.
Yeah, sing it.
Oh, that's my favorite.
You got it. Oh, they're going to slide it back.
Good Lord.
No, no good?
Okay.
It had the wheels.
You give me butterflies.
Get it? Butterflies?
Butterflies.
Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show. I'm Joe Braswell. That was Michael Jackson singing Butterflies. The weapon of choice of Lady Ambrosia.
Carnivorous butterfly.
Who is number 77 on the Blacklist. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm also joined by the lovely Juia Cearley.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, everyone. Hello.
And the lovely Joe SanFelippo.
Nice to be here with you guys.
But you're making me look bad by showing up all the time.
Yeah, in fairness, I didn't show up last week, so that was good.
I know. I was happy.
You're welcome.
No, I wasn't happy at all.
We missed you.
We missed you very much.
I missed you guys.
Lady Ambrosia. Mm-hmm. Number 77?
77, yes.
Okay. Yeah, again. Oh, yeah. But we have Zacatacos.
We had Zacatacos last week, Zacatacos this week.
Yes. We were very upset that you weren't here for the debut
yeah,
of
that was a bummer. Of all the episodes to miss.
All the episodes.
I missed me some Zacatacos.
Me too. That Gina Sanatacos is not ugly.
No, there's nothing unsexually appealing about her.
And I have a hard time. That bit where she's like, "Are you sure you don't want to come to meet the Zurich?" He's like, "I got to go back to Lizzie." I'm like, huh? Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know international super spy, but
I'd have felt bad about halfway to Zurich is when I'd have felt real bad.
Well.
Would you like some more champagne? I would, because I feel really bad. I could use some more champagne.
And we talk about, what. Never mind. I gotta get there. Like what Lizzie's got going on.
Whatever it is, it's somewhere.
To make everyone go nuts.
Magical vagina. It must be. It must be.
But I would have to imagine. I would have to imagine that Santa Tacos is.
You're saying that she probably got some magic too.
I mean, she's got a little Penn and Teller going on.
We got David Blaine on one side, we got Penn and Teller on the other.
Hey,
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe he just doesn't like that street magic. He prefers that.
Oh, really? You're really taking the analogy down.
Wow.
She don't like that street magic. What? He prefers that.
Which one? I guess I just made Zanataco street magic. I'm sorry.
She prefers the traditional presentation with the top hat and the cane.
Yeah, make a Corvette disappear in Vegas.
All right.
All right, we got it sorted out.
You started it. You started.
I've said one little phrase this whole episode thus far.
Yeah, but it was
And
magic
look at the rabbit
vagina.
hole.
Magical.
Well, magical.
Magical vagina. You broke me.
Lady Ambrosia, number 77. So what did you think of this episode, Jules? Go.
Oh, don't give me that face. This was a fine episode. The Blacklister part of it was but the moving the story forward, the story that we're all interested in, being Red, Lizzie, Tom, that I was definitely into. We got some answers, which is so rare in this show. Like, point blank, tell a little story, answers.
Kinda.
Not the father.
Totally not the father. Are you convinced
You are not
yet?
the father.
All right. Oh wait. Are you in on him not being the father? Are you in on that?
I think so. I mean, at this point, it's unless we got some Star Wars-ish coming along where
It's so obvious he's not the father.
I completely agree with you. I think that's where we're at.
My, how your tune has changed.
How my tune has changed.
He's very smooth about it too. He's like, of course she's not the father. Who said he was the father?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
What do you mean?
Listen, I've said it the whole time. Magical vagina, not the father. Clearly.
I agree. I think this episode was. I liked it a lot. It was. We talked about last week being a little bit of a filler episode. I feel the same about this in terms of the Blacklister.
Yeah.
But the story got moved along.
Absolutely.
I did note that I feel like my boy, I'm worried about my boy Cooper being relegated back to the
He does a whole lot of nothing.
Damn it.
Get on it, Aram. Check it out.
I'm going to tell you to do a few things that you would normally do anyhow, and I'm going to move on.
I mean, the guy has like,
He's
4 lines.
They're Lieutenant Uhuraing him right now. Like you remember that was it Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
Where Sigourney Weaver's character had to repeat everything the computer said because that was Uhura's job on Star Trek.
Yes.
And she's like, this is the only thing I do on this show. You're not going to stop me from doing it.
Great movie, by the way.
Great movie.
R.I.P. Oh my God.
Alan Rickman.
Thank you. Jesus.
Oh gosh.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Alan Rickman. Anyway, I digress again.
We should talk now.
Lady Ambrosia.
Lady Ambrosia.
Number
children at her
77.
breast.
So we start. What was how she managed to feed the rest? So the episode starts with we see a young kid that we now know to be Ethan. Lady shopping. We see a bloody trail, and
He's
Ethan
mobbing out on those marshmallows.
Yeah, and he
blame
gave
the
that obligatory sort of like weird scary kid look, the quick like look, the quick feral kid look.
Oh damn, the kid's gone feral.
Yeah, it's not a slow look. It's not like, hey, I'm just eating. It's like a. So he gave that look, and so we immediately cut to Red and Lizzie, with Red sort of telling her about the myth of Lady Ambrosia.
Yes.
Who he thinks the woman's real. She's neither purely evil nor purely good. She collects unwanted children and promises them eternal youth.
Yes, and Lizzie finishes the poem because she's clearly familiar with it, according to the script, and then says the most wonderful thing that Julia has ever heard in her life.
Ever heard. Because Lizzie, she's more of a Wizard of Oz kind of fan. Because you know what? You can't beat a farm girl in a great pair of shoes.
Oh, that's
Wham!
not a great line.
Not a great line. There's a writer on this show, though, that had that line up his ass. He's had it up there for like 15 years, and he's been waiting to drop it.
Lizzie, what?
I don't know.
Those are the moments where you just want to see Red just backhanders like, the fuck does that mean?
Whoa! Where did this show go? Really?
I'm trying to get you onto a case, and you're talking. What are you talking about?
Well, Liz. All right.
Sorry. It's stuck with me. It will stick with me for the rest of my days, I'm afraid.
That'll be your rosebud when you're dying.
My rosebud.
So we find out. So then we get into Aram gets on the case and finds out that Ethan has actually died 6 months ago, and then even further that his parents put him up for adoption a month before he died. So, which leads us to find them. Well, we find the parents first, and they come and pretend to be happy to see him, as the mother does, and then we find out the truth, which is something more sinister going on. Like she tried to get rid of him through this other mysterious guy who she makes a phone call to. Meanwhile, Red is at the DMV to see our boy Glenn.
I like Glenn. Glenn makes me laugh.
Glenn is
best.
Great.
We got a good sort of cast of Red's merry band of dudes in this episode.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But before we see Glenn, we see my girl Leslie Jones from SNL making a cameo.
That was awesome.
Absolutely
She
hysterical.
just throws a whole lot of funny on everything she does.
She does.
Just throws in, just here's some funny. I'm out.
Spader looked genuinely amused.
It was awesome.
Like that was a funny thing that was happening to him at that moment.
Like, they cut away, and at some point he looked at the camera and goes, I don't know what to do.
Oh, that's the song I wanted to start with.
Hot Stuff.
Hot Stuff.
Butterflies is good, though. Butterflies is
Baby,
good.
this evening.
You know what? And there was nothing. There's no rhyme or reason, right? She just
No
showed
rhyme
up.
or reason.
Love it.
Just
shut up.
why not?
Just shut up
Why
to be
not?
Leslie Jones and drop some. You hot stuff. You.
You know what's great? You got to see how, because they cast this show pretty small, and James Spader's not a really big guy, and so but they keep the cast relatively short so that it fits in. But then they stick her in there, and you get an idea of how small everybody really is.
Oh, God.
That's a tall lady.
She's a tall woman.
Drop her in there, dropping some tall funny.
Oh my God! I watched it like 3 times. It was so
Beautiful.
funny.
Yeah.
Brilliantly done.
Whole bunch of funny on there. Anyway, so Glenn's like really doing his back and forth. Is like, I don't know, I don't want to do this, and he made him wait 45 minutes out there with the petri dish of people out there, which is something Red doesn't want to do. But he then promises him that and then Glenn talks about his nooner
with Trudy.
With Trudy,
Gotta go. I gotta
who's
do it
Trudy?
with Trudy.
I don't know.
Ah, We don't know. You made a face.
Trudy. But he says, I can get you out of the no-tell motel and get you with two blondes who are what is the word? Willing.
Soft and willing.
Soft and willing.
Willing. And he did. He found him a old Marilyn and Monroe. Is that name? Marilyn and Monroe.
I don't know. I
think
just know it was
from our boy from last week.
Yeah, I think it's Marilyn and Monroe.
Yeah.
From Alistair from
Alistair's.
So that was
bathtub.
also
Straight from Alistair's bathtub.
Funny reveal.
Will he serve them champagne the way that they are accustomed to?
Yes.
I was going to say he's not going to be keeping them in the style they were accustomed.
I did like how he's gruff about it at first, but then he loves them.
Oh, of course.
So we got to keep those two.
Well, what do you say about them? These little marshmallows are going to get my weenie roasted. He was headed to the dog park. It's true. It's true. Man with a couple of cute dogs. Single in the dog park. Ladies love it.
Ladies love it.
Ladies love it.
Give
it a try, guys.
Conversation opener right there.
Go
Kick
to the
down
dog
the door.
park.
Got two cute dogs.
Get your weenie roasted.
There you go.
Weenie roasted.
Which
Doesn't sound particularly pleasurable.
Who knows what Glenn is into?
I don't know.
No judgment here.
I don't know much
You
about
do what you need to do, Glenn.
I don't know much about anyway.
What's the hibachi doing in the bedroom?
So
let's talk about it.
Oh my.
So we find out. But the information he wants to get from Glenn is he wants to get information on a woman named Visalia Patinka, who, if I wasn't paying attention, I thought it might have been when she showed up. I'm like,
I thought so too.
I'm like, no.
Couldn't
Not
be.
yet. Not like this.
No, you got to do better stunt casting. She was great, but you got to have somebody who you have.
No, it's gonna be.
You got to have somebody that you got to have. We have a relationship with already.
Yes, and it's gonna be something big.
But it crossed my mind.
Yeah,
just for a moment, I was with you. Like,
she's also
could it be?
a little young too to be Lizzie's mom. Maybe
You think so?
You think?
I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right.
Maybe yeah.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know, but I was hoping. So we could see that bit, and so meanwhile, Lizzie, old Ethan is hanging out with Lizzie, and Lizzie's doing her best babysitting sort of mom act, and two things you don't want Lizzie to do: A, watch kids. B, cook waffles.
Yes.
No, it didn't work out at all.
That was a disaster.
No, I mean, not much of a homemaker, this Lizzie.
But she was going to put some Mozart on for her fetus.
Yes, well, I mean...
Maybe he'd go to Harvard.
I've done that move, though. I've done it when toast, you make the frozen waffles in the pan.
I'm glad we're talking about the waffles. I thought you were going to say you played Mozart for your fetus, and I...
No, not that move. The waffles in the pan move. Have not caught...
How's it worked out?
I haven't caught anything on fire.
You haven't burned it down yet?
Not yet. We did find out my man's name. Chris Christopherson has a name. Buzz!
Well, what else would you name him?
Well,
I think we should keep with Chris Christopherson. I like Chris Christopherson better.
But Buzz, but the fire alarm goes up. Buzz comes in, guns drawn. That was actually a bit of a little comedic sort of. I can't remember what style of comment. It's a very comedic moment though. She's doing the thing. The thing catches on fire. The fire alarm goes off. Buzz is in. She's like, Buzz, get out of here.
He just does the cool move.
Bloop.
I'm a big fan, and he got to break somebody's arm. He got that arm bar. He got that Ronda Rousey arm bar on Dude later on.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome.
He did.
That's why I can't watch her fight because I can't handle it. Please don't break another girl's arm, and there it goes.
Not much of a match, by the way, between Boz and.
No, I'm glad to see him though.
Yeah. So anyway,
I thought you were gonna say between Boz and Ronda Rousey.
No,
might not be either.
He's gonna win.
So. Again, we get a little more of Lizzie. Like, Red offers to take care of the baby and say
with a trust account.
There's a trust account for the baby. Liz is trying to deny it.
I don't need your money.
Doesn't want it.
She doesn't want that dirty money.
I will give her some credit.
Money.
She's a lot more like she's like, look, I know you're trying to help. Like, I appreciate it. That made me feel so much better. That there's some
I
sort
agree
of,
with you on that. Yeah,
recognition here that Red is just not trying to ruin her life at every turn. So that was good to see. I was a little relieved to see that. I'm like, which is like, she wasn't gonna take the money.
Of course not.
But it's like, I know you're trying to help Red. That helped a lot. Earlier, then we get a chance to see. We do get our chance to see Lady Ambrosia herself. early on. I forgot if I skipped this part when we see what happens with the butterflies and we see
Freaking Children of the Corn crap. I can't
that. So the Lady Ambrosia stuff was pretty scary, right?
It's grim, man.
Gruesome.
Pretty creepy. I didn't think it was that creepy until we got there. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is creepy.
They kind of did a weird thing. I don't know if it was weird. I think actually it's a nice choice. Because, they could have shot that so much creepier. They could have made that exact same... If you just, everything else the same, acting the same exact costume, same everything else. But if they'd shot it differently, they could have made it so much creepier. And I think they chose not to. And I think that's I'm grateful that they did. Because, it's creepy as hell to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it still maintains an element of a fairy tale in the way that they shot it.
Yeah.
Which I appreciated. You're right. I agree. I think they made the correct choice in the way that they shot it.
They could have made that so dark.
Absolutely.
Celia Weston, great casting with Celia Weston. She's the perfect Lady Ambrosia. She says it has this sort of like, I don't know, sort of a empathetic look, but also scary look at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like she's either super like oh or like oh, but what I'm still trying to understand is the carnivorous butterfly larva. Live at the bottom of the well.
I'm guessing that they eat.
And then when you throw the thing down, they eat the bodies.
I guess,
Yes, yeah.
And they use that to turn into butterflies. Mm-hmm. So you're literally turning your bodies into butterflies. But so down the bottom well, there's just a shitload of like larva butterflies. When you throw a new body down there, they all fly up. Mm-hmm. Is that the thing?
I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Except for the fact about there being a bunch of dead kids down the wall.
Yeah, there's
That's
that.
a really cool thing,
Being
guys.
eaten by butterfly larva. Other than that,
If that had not been it, it would have been neat.
it's so Hannibal.
Yeah, it was very Hannibal.
Very Hannibal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very pretty for the butterflies to fly out, and the kids like, oh, the butterflies. What about my man, poor the son, Noah?
Noah's
Noah's the
Noah's
father.
Noah's the dad.
Whom I recognize immediately as I was supposed to write down his name as Richard from Crocodile Dundee.
Oh my God!
Childhood favorite movie.
Wow.
Pulled it the second he came on.
That's not a knife. There's a knife.
That's a knife.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to throw that out. I got
Okay.
super excited.
It
I
is.
used to watch that movie on a loop when I was a kid.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I loved it.
So good.
America's so wacky. That movie. That's the whole premise of the movie. He comes over here. He's like, "You Americans." All right. Sorry.
Why are you hating on Crocodile
I
Dundee?
You hate on Crocodile Dundee.
You live
here.
on it, but it tastes like shit.
I can quote the whole thing. Do you want me to do the whole movie for you? I
Come
can do
on,
it.
it's
All right,
great.
for the beginning. Let's go.
Nothing?
No? You don't
He
want
doesn't
that? Okay.
He's saying no.
Back to the Blacklist then.
I'm not so sure how rewatchable Crocodile Dundee is.
Look, you just punched Julia in the stomach with your words. You gave her a word punch.
Crocodile Dundee may or may not hold up, but
We're talking about the Blacklist.
Give it a
We're going
watch.
off track.
we are.
Give it a watch.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Reconvene next week.
I thought this was a knife. That's a knife.
We did that already.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't even say it right.
All right.
I thought this.
I haven't seen the movie since 1985. I
All
saw
right.
it once.
Good. You're what? 85. You were 26 years old. You should remember it.
Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Gentlemen.
So he goes to see. He actually Red pays a visit to after we see everything else. Red. I mean, I'm just jumping all over the place. Let me go linear here for 1 second. So let me stick with one linear thing.
Yes.
So, we know that Ethan's parents. We find out that Ethan's mom actually gave Ethan up for adoption. He did it through our boy Noah, who has some sort of side connection to. Well, this is why his connection to Lady Ambrosia.
Pretty strong connection.
Pretty strong connection. She gets things go wonky, so they meet at the normal place, and then Noah's son.
I think it's Theo. Is that right?
Theo, yes. Has a killer and suffocates her, which I'm not a big fan of watching suffocations or choking.
Isn't that horrible?
they
Like
make
drowning,
no sense.
suffocations.
Chokings,
Oh.
like real-time chokings and real-time suffocations, like really get
Same
me.
thing for me with drowning, like that scene in what you call it, the James Bond, the Bond movie,
Oh,
with
God.
the reboot,
Yeah,
the Casino Royale, where she's in the elevator underneath
Yeah.
and she chooses the, kills me.
No,
It's tough. It's something about the air not being there.
She's amazing too. Anyway, yeah. So seeing that was just really disturbing. And then I didn't see it in real time. Just show the bag and then cut. I'm not see the whole real time.
See the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very upsetting.
Very upsetting. So then she's gone. Ron figures out that traces the adoption and all of the things back to Noah's computer. They go back. They figured out that it's Noah. Oh, they find Noah, get the search warrant, check his computers, figure the whole thing out. Go back to the dad. The dad knows nothing.
Nothing.
Poor guy. He knows nothing about any of this. It's all the mom. And it's all sort of, we're starting to see what this really, how insidious this thing is, which is, on one hand, you start to think that Lady Ambrosia is actually helping these kids, but then you realize slowly that she's not helping anyone. She's just, murdering kids because they're not good enough or whatever.
Oh, they're not going to grow up to fit in. They're not going to. What did she say? How did she put it? They're going to be made fun of. They're not going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to be outcasts, right?
Yeah.
Outcasts.
And we get the origin story for her later, which we found out that her son, who was a championship swimmer, and Theo were just kind of ordinary people.
That's what I wrote. It's ordinary people.
Yeah.
Boating accident.
Yep.
The better son dies.
Oh.
The mother blames the surviving son.
Yep. Donald Sutherland shows up.
Yep. Mary Tyler Moore, she cries a lot.
Right. Poor Tim Hutton.
Oh, poor Tim Hutton.
We're dating ourselves. That movie was 1980.
I wasn't even born yet.
That was. All right.
He was supposed to be 29 at that point.
Yes.
32 years old.
Very ordinary people storyline. But so that's what happens, and then my man Theo, I'm just following the storyline all the way through.
I think that's a good idea.
My man Theo, then Red comes up and actually shares the information with Theo and the mom in a very Red monologue-y way. Explains it to us, the audience, and to Theo, who's listening, and to the mother, and she explains it back to him. And then he takes the mother and throws her in the well. Butterflies go up, and then jumps in the well himself.
Jumped in the well himself.
That was kind of sad.
But he didn't even get to butterflies.
That
That was I thought a cold-blooded thing, because she got butterflies, but he didn't.
He deserves butterflies.
And the final darkness in his life, he didn't even get the butterflies.
That's goddamn sad.
That's goddamn sad. I'm just letting you know that happened.
Yeah, that's very sad.
She got all the butterflies, and then he jumped. No more butterflies. They all flew out for her.
Rewinding back to Red, who when he went to Vasilia and he had a conversation with Vasilia, who's teaching the sign language to the kids, and said that he can find maybe
Anya.
He does find Anya, who is not going to make it. Oh, by the way, and the gas, so they're happy. That was really creepy, the whole thing.
Sinister.
So very sinister. So she brings Anya back, and Anya's deaf, and that I didn't know that. And then Anya did the sign.
Right.
I may have.
Yeah.
I may have teared up a little bit.
Oh,
I'm grateful for you. No, I'm grateful for you. That's what it was.
Yes.
That's
No,
it.
no, go ahead. You're right.
But that's what it was. I'm
You're doing
I'm
it.
grateful for you.
Yes. But you were doing like a
Moving
noise.
on. Moving on.
Did I?
Anyway, go on.
My bad.
Go on.
I was more guessing because I wasn't sure.
I'm
Anyway.
grateful for you, is what she said. It was very
Grateful
sweet.
for you. Wasn't that what it was?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I said it
Go on.
slowly because I wasn't sure if I was saying it right.
Moving
but
on.
Okay.
I wasn't making fun of anybody.
All right. So that was touching. I was very
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, that part's touching. Now, next, I want to get back to the Tom and Juia Cearley thing, because this is where we land. So, did anyone not see this coming? Do we really think that like Tom and was
It's gonna be a one-shot deal.
that Gina was going to be like, cool, Tom, thanks for helping. I'll see you later. Like, did you see this coming exactly?
I didn't really think about it, but no, I didn't see it coming. I saw it coming once we saw the preview and we knew that it was coming.
Oh, I didn't see the preview. Sorry.
Oh, well, the preview was pretty clear. Like this is gonna happen.
Okay. Tom's choice to call Lizzie in the car ride, like popping champagne, like, woo, we did. Hey, Lizzie, we did it. Don't worry, Reddington. I got a good feeling. That doesn't seem like the
You're right.
calculated
Not
Yeah.
a Tom
move.
But maybe he was euphoric, had like this adrenaline high going on from getting back in the game.
My man's popping champagne. These guys, these are the worst like precision criminals I've ever seen in my life. They're like, woo, we did it.
Should we wait to the hotel? No, we party now. We party now.
We're burning this vehicle anyway. So they burn the vehicle. Xanatakos asks him in the car, then asks him again about Zurich. Then outside, asks him about Zurich. And he's like, nah, I got a wife to go to, Gina. Like, what does he think's going to happen? Is Tom not one step ahead of this? We're all 5 steps ahead of this.
I don't know. I don't know.
But the implication was that maybe Red stepped in. Maybe Gina wasn't going to whack the crew, and then Red stepped in and paid her to whack the crew. Well, yeah, that's the implication for next week, maybe.
Oh, we don't watch the
I didn't see the
previews.
previews.
Well, you guys do it wrong.
But look at what I wrote. Maybe Red put the hit out on Tom.
Oh, look at you!
Oh, lucky me.
So that might have been the thing. Red might have said, whack the crew. Whack Tom out.
Yeah. If Tom doesn't go to Zurich, maybe Red was like, we'll give him a chance to get out of here.
It's a win-win. Either he's gone or he's dead.
Might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So Zana Tacos whacks out the crew. She a great line about like, I know you like to watch. Tom's like, So there's that, and then like she blows up the thing. Then they whack out the crew. Tom, Jason Bourne's it out, shoots the 2 guys. Finds a poor kid's bathroom to drink some Grey Goose vodka and pull a bullet out, and that was that.
That was painful to watch.
Yeah.
That was gruesome.
Now he's in the hospital. He's all jacked up. They're gonna take him out.
He was great. I believed him in that scene.
Yeah, I believed him in that scene. Yeah, like I love Tom. I love Tom. Everything about Tom.
Can't kill Tom.
So then, after all of this, and Lizzie did find some parents found
a couple to adopt.
Yeah, but then after all of this, after all the stuff with Ethan and running around and Red giving the wonderful monologue to Lizzie about, you think you'll be, what is it about?
Like, what is your life without a child?
Yes, which
not much. He can say from personal experience.
Good. This is quite a good Red episode, by the way.
Yeah, and Samira, same thing with the ex-fiance who's getting married. Met her a week after. So the whole episode's also about like, what's the point of all this? Like, and Samira's saying, I don't know what I'm doing. Like if you don't, the idea being, have the family, do that, because none of the rest of the shit really matters if you don't do it. That seems to be the implication of the episode, right?
Yeah, and I agree. And so at the end, Lizzie's keeping the baby, right? Do you think? Because she's underneath reading the book.
I don't know.
She's Madonnaing this thing up?
It seems like the perfect adoption that she was looking for, an open adoption.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do?
You can have all the things you want.
Our child,
right?
Yes, just the way she wanted it.
Mm-hmm. So do you really want it?
She doesn't really want it.
Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa.
So I don't. So what do we think? Do we think that?
But I made up my mind. I can't do it. I cannot. You cannot finish it.
Right. I'm keeping my baby.
There it is.
Is she gonna keep the baby?
Keep my baby. Ooh, oh. We're old.
Shouts to Danny Aiello, who's a papa in Papa Don't Preach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Danny Aiello, man. He's.
Oh, the movie. Yeah. Hell yeah.
No. In the video.
Yes.
He's yelling. He's the dad.
Yeah.
Danny Aiello, being super Danny Aiello-ish.
So good. He's so good.
All right.
All right. Whatever.
He's good. I don't know. What else? What else am I missing?
We have the big reveal. I mean, the big story that Red told her about her parents.
Oh, yeah.
That's something we can't gloss over.
Yes.
So she asks, I'll just sort of break it down. She asks, because she's so conflicted, it seems. She asks, why did my mother give me up, or how did she do it? And he launches into a story about how her parents loved each other very much, that the Cold War was too hard for her father to handle, and when the Soviet Union was breaking down, he took Lizzie and sort of went on the run. Katerina Rostova, the mother, dropped everything, left everything behind to follow her and to follow them. And after everything he had done, she still wanted him back. She still wanted to make a family of the 3 of them, because as Red said, which was, I thought, a really interesting point, that it pained him to say, but he was probably the only man she ever really loved.
Okay.
So that implies that he obviously had a relationship with Katerina, that he loved her, but she didn't really love him back. So then it's also revealed that the night of the fire, that Lizzie had the flashbacks with the little bunny, that's what they were arguing about, I don't know exactly what, but him running away with the child, yada, 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 what they were going to do as a family. That's when Liz accidentally shot her own father, house went into flames, and Katerina was so wrought with grief that she took off all her clothes and walked into the ocean and was never seen again. And is still alive somewhere, obviously. Not dead.
Dead.
There we go. That's the story he tells.
Maybe clothed.
And then Liz says, so that night I killed both my parents. Oh, Liz.
God, yeah, I remember that.
There you go. That's the breakdown. That's all I got. That's just those are the facts, man.
And those are the facts.
And did you think for 1 second when she caught the waffles and the paper towels on fire that she was going to start another fire? I'm like, she's starting a second fire. It's going to burn down her house again.
I didn't even put it together. That's a good call,
I didn't even think about that.
I did.
Twisted fire starter.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Also, Red says that he regrets not raising Lizzie himself.
Yes.
That he thinks he should have raised her himself. And it
he
seems
wonders.
That he
I don't know if he's fully comfortable. I don't know if he's fully regretting, but he definitely is questioning.
But he doesn't want Liz to have that regret of not raising her own child.
Definitely.
Right. There you go. Boom.
And then we did not talk about the Glassnose papers that
Nope.
Yes.
Which was the whole purpose of the whole episode, was to get those papers from Vasilia. Vasilia, did I say her name right?
I don't know.
Probably not.
The redheaded nice lady.
Yes, she did.
Okay, so that was the whole point, was to get those papers, and those papers were who was the, I don't remember who was it, was what's her name on the in the manila folder? It was
Paktoba Rostova.
Yes.
Father?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
And it says Papa right in the name. A Paktoba. That was
Paktoba.
That was Paktoba.
Good, we got it sorted.
But his comment was, it doesn't get any. What was it he say? It just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
So
Paktoba.
Is he going to be in the block? Is he like a big bad coming up, you think? Paktoba? Grandpa spy?
Maybe Grandpa. Oh, wait, she killed her father.
No.
Or did she? Dun dun dun. Or maybe it's his
brother?
Maybe Grandpa?
I don't know.
Maybe uncle?
No, it's the grandpa.
Maybe brother?
Grandpa, like her grandpa.
So it'd be like
Maybe
Lizzie's
she has
grandpa.
a twin?
Maybe she has a twin.
You're fun. Just kicking them out.
I want to say hello to our peoples on online here. Sylvia Love, of course. Hestia, hello. Marcelli, hello. Sarah, 1990. And Summer Vacation, and all the rest of you folks. Thank you very much. Fantasy Stats Guru, of course. Thank you so much for joining us and checking us out online and watching us live and finding us as always. We appreciate you guys. I don't know. What else?
Predictions.
Your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Wow.
That was a suggestion, but he was on it.
He's on it. Where we got, we're
producing this sucker. We're not playing.
His hands in the button.
Boom!
They're right there. Go, Julia.
Oh. Well, I had that one prediction that apparently was in the preview.
It was in the preview.
That's sort of a bummer that Red set up the hit on Tom.
Was it in the previews? What did it say, Joe, in the preview?
Yeah.
No, it's questioning who set it up. The preview is very, very clearly questioning Red.
Do the promo voice.
I'm not gonna. The promo voice is your guy. That's who does the promos for. It's Harold. That's who does.
Right.
Harry Lennox does the previews.
Dude, no, I can't.
Yeah, I know.
That was the only prediction I have. I think Tom will survive this. I do not think he's gonna die. I know you predicted it last week.
He's still gonna die.
No way, man.
He's okay.
No way, man. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No.
This season,
Ford has invested too much money in this.
Ford already dumped him. He's driving a Camaro like 3 episodes ago.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Man.
Ford's gone. Go ahead.
And I predict that Brimley's llama will make a
That was great. That was great.
That was so great.
Wow.
That was awesome.
I loved the llama. Butterscotch? Was that the name?
Like, you show up at a brothel, you see a guy walking a goat out, you're like, I need to leave. That was awesome.
Anyways, that's all I really had, unfortunately.
What do you got, sir?
I think, here's what I think. This is my overarching preview. This is my thing here. I think that they're setting it up, maybe, now this is obviously, it's a whatever, but that Red maybe doesn't think he's the father. And maybe he doesn't think he's the dad, but I think what we're going to find out is that when we finally find Mom, Red is going to actually be the dad. I think that's what it's going to all come out. Mom's going to be the one who drops the bomb on everybody. Red has gone this whole time thinking he's not the father, taking care of her anyway, blah, 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 but it's all going to come out that he was the dad the whole time.
Maury Povich is involved how?
There's going to be an envelope. It's Maury Povich. There's going to be an envelope. I have it right here and in 4 commercial breaks.
Raymond, you are the father.
I think that's where it's going to go.
Like, damn.
All right.
And then maybe that was what they were fighting about that night of the fire anyway. They might have been fighting about Red being the dad, and then Lizzie didn't know, and then the fire bop bop and the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm impressed with my theory.
Yeah, I predict that. Well, we can't have a. What I'm upset about is we can't have a. We'll see. We can't have a Xanatakos Lizzie showdown because Lizzie's pregnant, so they're
Super
gonna.
pregnant.
No, it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, so
Maybe Samara will get in there.
But do you? Yeah, maybe someone. I think
maybe that'll be what she does for the baby shower. Just kick this bitch's ass for me.
Tom. Yeah,
I registered to kick this bitch's ass door.
I don't know how Tom's gonna go.
You really are convinced Tom's dying?
Tom's gonna go. I think Red's gonna kill Tom.
You red wax Tom.
Yeah.
All right.
To protect Lizzie. I don't know, man. Tom can't survive. I mean, Tom can't.
It's Tom.
I don't want to wait.
All right. All right. Hester said Red is the father. Summer says Red is the father. Everyone says Red is the father. I get it. Sylvia says Red is the father.
You got brilliant people talking to you right now.
Yes.
On the computer box. You got brilliant people.
Yes. Okay.
Who know things.
All right.
All right. We got to get out of here.
We do.
Anything else?
I just want to say one last thing. Yeah. I just want to give props to Julia for her 2 creations of the last few months. Dickmatized and Magical Vagina. I just think they're wonderful and they're worth noting because what's going to happen is I'm eventually going to use that in casual conversation and people are going to be like, the hell's wrong with you? No, she's dickmatized because it's just not...
Urban Dictionary.
According to Julia.
Yes.
Dickmatized.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Thank you for checking us out. Joe, where can we find you?
You can find me on the Twitters at JoeFilippo, JoeFlippo. My website is josephsanfilippo.com.
Julia?
Twitter and Instagram with my name, Juia Cearley, JuliaCearley. Follow me.
Snapchat. I'm blowing up on Snapchat.
Oh.
JK Braz.
Oh.
I don't know if I am or not. And Instagram and Twitter. Instagram and Twitter at Joe K. Braswell. I think that's right. J.K. Braz and Joe K. Braswell. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.